Shocked Jiwoo reacts to grave news, questioning if Ian is truly dead and if the information could be wrong. Jiyoung confirms the shocking news, stating that they initially disbelieved it but have since verified Ian's death. Jiyoung continues, confirming Ian's death was no accident, but a deliberate murder. She stands with Jiwoo as the grim truth settles. Jiwoo, clearly distressed, questions how anyone could have killed Ian, given his formidable ability and powerful lineage. Jiyoung reveals they haven't discovered who killed Ian yet, but the powerful Patrick family is also investigating the murder. Jiwoo remains stunned by the news, as Kayden, Cardian, and Pluto appear concerned, watching his distressed reaction. A montage highlights Ian's confident and determined expressions, emphasizing his formidable presence and unwavering resolve before his death. Jiyoung gravely warns Jiwoo to also be careful, as the blonde-haired boy looks surprised and questions the sudden caution. Jiyoung reveals the situation has become chaotic since the top 10 joined forces, and Ian's murder is the first direct dangerous incident. She explains that the unknown killer's actions mean not only blood relatives, but also disciples and associates of the top 10 are now at risk. Jiyoung continues, explaining that Ian's murder has impacted not only Shinhwa but all organizations across their country due to its gravity. She emphasizes the incident's severity, revealing organizations have restricted overseas activities, with other countries expected to follow suit. Jiwoo gravely acknowledges the situation, promising to be more careful after hearing the extensive implications of Ian's murder. He then urges Jiyoung to also be careful, but he only needs to look out for himself. Jiwoo points out that Jiyoung also has responsibilities to others. Jiyoung, however, remains resolute, her gaze unyielding. With a determined look, Jiwoo watches as Jiyoung turns and walks away, leaving him alone on the street. Jiwoo stands alone on the street, watching Jiyoung walk away after their serious conversation. He appears deep in thought. Turning, Jiwoo questions aloud. Ian was the second son of the Patrick family, right? Pluto peeks out from behind him. Pluto looks sternly as Jiwoo questions who would dare kill a direct descendant of the powerful Patrick family. Kayden and Cardian observe as Jiwoo realizes events have escalated faster than expected, directly impacting the top 10. Kayden, the yellow cat, sits solemnly. He appears to be thinking, I thought there was still time for that. As the situation intensifies, Jiwoo looks serious and contemplative, his gaze fixed as he processes the dangerous new reality unfolding around him. The scene shifts to an imposing, dark Gothic castle, standing starkly against the cloudy night sky. Inside, shadowy figures gather around a long table in a vast hall, as moonlight streams through grand, arched windows. Vermont, seated in the dark Gothic castle, gravely asks for the result of the ongoing investigation. The autopsy officially confirms the body is Ian's. Veramont's face is grim and shadowed, processing this final, devastating news. Jurion slams his fist on the table, demanding furiously, "Who is it?" as he processes Ian's confirmed death. His intense gaze presses for answers, insisting, "You investigated the place where Ian was attacked, so you must have found something." A man reports to Vermont that despite their examination, the culprit left no traces, making it difficult to find anything certain. Frustrated, Jurion presses, confirming they still haven't found a single clue about Ian's killer. The man reveals they did find one clue, but it requires thorough verification. Vermont scoffs, annoyed the killer left a trace. Vermont urgently demands to know the nature of the clue, causing the surrounding men to flinch slightly. The tense atmosphere in the Gothic castle hall intensifies as Vermont awaits the killer's clue, signified by a sudden, sharp visual. The man hesitantly reveals the attacker likely uses a powerful electrical attribute, igniting Veramont's intense, red-eyed fury. Veramont's face is consumed by intense rage, his yellow eyes glowing with fury as he processes the revealed clue. A subordinate, appearing serious, suggests they need to investigate the electrical attribute clue further to confirm its validity. Jurion confirms the electrical attribute clue, then questions if Jiwoo, as a disciple, could be the killer. Another man dismisses Jiwoo as a suspect, believing he couldn't conceal traces or possess such overwhelming power. Veramont's yellow eyes glow with intense fury as a powerful green aura erupts around him, emphasizing his overwhelming rage. Jurion stands silently, gazing out through tall, arched Gothic windows, lost in contemplation amidst the stark shadows. Jurion looks thoughtful, thanking someone and promising, "I'll be sure to repay this debt." His expression is serious. A woman with long dark hair, possibly Mioru, reaches out, playfully chiding Jurion for calling their connection a debt. Mioru walks through a futuristic facility, offering a gift of trust and suggesting they work well together. Ian, looking out a window, gratefully thanks her. A close-up reveals Jurion's intense gaze, one eye glowing yellow, as he adds a mysterious end to his statement. Mioru, with a sinister smile, expresses satisfaction that her elaborate plan to frame Kayden for Ian's death is appreciated. Mioru reveals her true motive, explaining that if Vermont is deceived, it will simplify gaining control of the Patrick family. Jurion, with striking yellow eyes, acknowledges a statement, affirming that's true. Mioru, enveloped in a red aura, triumphantly hears, "Thank you for everything. I'll contact you again," from Jurion as she concludes her meeting. Mioru, with a sinister smile and glowing red eyes, declares, "I'm the grateful one." As her dark plan unfolds, Mioru gazes up at a figure suspended in a web of chains against a stark red backdrop, contemplating her next move. Ian is revealed to be the chained figure, injured and bleeding, as a voice describes the Patrick family's original force control. Mioru's sinister smile and glowing red eyes are highlighted, as the power is confirmed to be passed down only to direct descendants. Mioru's sinister plan culminates as Ian remains chained, while she declares, "And now, I've managed to obtain it." The scene abruptly shifts from the dark chamber to a peaceful, ordinary suburban neighborhood under a cloudy sky. Jestella, Kayden, Cardian, and Pluto gather with Bluzzy and May in a cozy living room. May gravely reveals Ian was attacked at the Patrick family's businesses, confirming they've halted all activities to investigate. Jestella, with her white hair and red eyes, stands looking serious alongside a contemplative Kayden, both processing the grave news. Pluto appears deeply thoughtful, reflecting on the situation, then questions aloud, "Who on earth could have done this?" Pluto speculates the killer must be one of the top 10, reasoning, "No way they'd have dared do something this bold." Cardian appears thoughtful. Cardian, with a determined expression, states, "Whatever the case, once the culprit is revealed." As the conversation continues, Cardian states that Vermont, despite being reasonable, won't let Ian's death go. Jestella, Bluzzy, Kayden, Cardian, and Pluto listen gravely. Jestella's red eyes, along with Kayden's, Cardian's, and Pluto's intense gazes, show their shocked reactions to the dire implications. May and Bluzzy look shocked, while Pluto, Kayden, Cardian, Jestella, and Jiwoo also react with intense gazes, sensing a sudden, powerful shift. Jiyoung senses a powerful presence, her purple eyes glowing with a subtle smirk as she contemplates this new development from her desk. In-hyuk urgently calls out, "President," reacting with shock to an unseen event unfolding. He reports to Jiyoung that a powerful awakening ability, matching a top 10 invasion, has been detected in South Korean airspace. Jiyoung, looking composed and serious, exits a room, a stern-faced man following. She appears ready for whatever comes next. A powerful surge of vibrant green energy streaks across the panel, signaling an intense awakening or attack. A massive green energy vortex erupts, tearing through a city as buildings crumble. A small figure is seen in the destructive, swirling power. Amidst the chaos, a powerful, silhouetted Vermont emerges from the green energy, crackling with electricity. The name Vermont appears. Jestella stands with a serious Kayden amidst the destructive aftermath of powerful green energy, surveying the chaotic scene. Kayden confronts Vermont with an intense gaze, demanding, "What are you doing here?" With green surge of energy, Vermont stands with an intense gaze. "Declare, Kayden, I've been waiting for you." Kayden, shocked, react with "What?" as the chapter comes to an end.